So question 3. Got a 10p coin and its mass is 6.5 grams and that's coming in a certain ratio. So let's so I think about how we can put this down. So if this is the coin, it's 10p and that's 6.5 grams. We know that 3/4 of it is copper, and we know that nickel makes up the rest. Let's try and get this right. The copper is £3.70 per kilogram, and the nickel is £17.50 per kilogram. Okay, so the first question we're being asked is, what's the value of the metal in the 10p coin? Okay, so how are we going to work this out? Well, we know that if it's 6.5 grams in total, let's just write out the steps. It's the value of the copper plus the value of the nickel. And the value of the copper, how are we going to work that out? Well, we know it's 75% of 6.5 grams. And we know the value is per kilogram. So £3, let's turn this into grams to make our, he says how much is that per gram? So you can say that's 370p per 1,000 grams. Okay, so we divide that by 1,000, 0.37, has that gone off the page? Yes, sorry, so 0.37 pence per gram. Similar reasoning here, it's 1750 pence per 1,000 grams. So it's 1.75 pence per gram. So what that allows us to do is the 6.5 grams is a little bit easier to deal with. So the value of the copper, we've got 75% of 6.5. That gives us how many grams of the 10p is copper. And then we want the price per gram, so times by 0.37. If we put that into our calculator, we've got 6.5 times by 0.75, and then times by 0.37. We get 1.80375, and that's in pence. I will leave it like that because we're going to do some adding. The value of the nickel, exactly the same process, is 25% of 6.5 times by, this case is, we worked it out, is 1.75. So back to the calculator. We want 0.25 times by 6.5 times by 1.75 which is 2.84375. So we add them together. Oops. With the calculator, 1.8. And the answer I get is 4.6475p. It's got 2 decimal places. Okay. Now the next question. Entirely of nickel, that basically means it's 100% nickel. So we have the value if it's 100% nickel. We're essentially using the same sort of thinking here, but we've got, instead of 100, we've actually got just a straight 6.5. The whole thing is nickel, so 6.5 back to the calculator times by 1. $11.375. Ooh, not 8. 11.38 pence. Okay, and question C. So now we want to get it exactly 10 pence. So we can come up with an equation for that. We know that, let's say, X equals percentage of copper. For that scenario. So what we're going to do is we have 6.5x, that's the copper, 6.5% of x, times by 0.37, because that's copper, plus, and then this is going to be 1 minus x times by 6.5 times by 1.75. That equals 10. It's a slightly ugly looking thing. Let's see if we can simplify it a bit. So this bit is 0.37. 0.37 times by 6.5 is 2.405. So 2.405x plus, I'm going to keep that in brackets for the moment, 6.5 times 1.75, which we've just done, is 11.375 equals 10. Okay. Let's multiply out those brackets. You've got 2.405x plus 11.375 minus 11.375x equals 10. Now we can combine these. 2.405 minus 11.375. So we get, in terms of x, we have minus 8.97x equals, and then we've got 10 minus that, which is minus 1.375. So x, the percentage, is is minus 1.375 divided by minus 8.9. So it's 0.15. Say 3. So we have, trying to squeeze it on the page, we've got 15.33% copper, and then the rest, which is going to be 84.67% nickel. Okay, you can see that. There's our answer.